Hi guys, it's your girl Fatima,
And it's your girl Mariama.
and we are back for another episode of Fur and
Coco.
Where we have cozy conversation and we talk about all things personal development. We talk about warmth. We talk about vibes. We talk about love. We talk about all things becoming your best self together. So, for all of my homegirls and homeboys out there, I hope you're tuned in because this episode is going to be a good one.
Yeah, it really is. I'm excited, girl. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling great. You look great.
You look good.
You look good.
I love the pink. You look pretty in pink.
Thank you. Thank you. And you definitely giving me Princess Diaries, Anne Hathaway. Isn't she giving like Devil Wears Prada? Like,
I love Anne
she-
Hathaway.
yeah.
I love her. And you know what? Chic is definitely my vibe these days.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that. I love it. You got to tell us where the outfit details are from.
So I think I got this whole look from Zara. It was
Period.
quick. Zara is that girl you can go to real quick and get your life together. So yeah, I went to Zara. The vibes is just chic fall vibes. Yeah, so that's what I was going for. What about you?
I can see that. My outfit. Okay, so the cardigan is from Aritzia.
Oh,
We're getting material. Bottoms are meshki. I love these pants. These are probably one of my
they
favorite.
look like they're really good quality.
Yeah, they got some good quality jeans.
They do. I love meshki.
Yeah, meshki is that girl. But yeah, I think this was just giving like soft touch of feminine, and this is kind of how I'm feeling today.
It's definitely given that. All right, so I have to ask, what is the song of the week? What's your vibe? What song is keeping you up or you have on repeat and why?
I would say I'm in my Drake bag right now.
Okay.
Like, and when I'm in my lock-in season, one of the artists that keeps me like grounded is Drake.
I agree.
Yeah, and so I would say a song is Jungle.
That's a good one.
Yeah, even my mom know that song by now. Like that's how much I play it, literally. So I love that. What about you?
Right now I'm in my Afro beats bag.
Love me an Afrobeats bag.
I love Afro beats. I like the song Isaka. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's called Isaka 2 6 a.m.
Oh,
It's with Thames and I forgot who else, but
I think Omale too.
Omale and SZA. I think that's how you say your name.
Oh, I don't.
His
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
yeah. So that's my vibe right now. I feel like it gives like fun, like just living in the life, living in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
Yeah, I love that.
Mhm.
Love that. Love that. So today we want to talk about elevating in different seasons of our life.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's the winter feels that, we're entering this new season and a lot of us are in a period of locking in. Maybe some of us are in a season where they're kind of going through the trenches.
Yeah.
Maybe we're in a season where life is good and everything is okay. Either way, we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we want to help you guys out there that are kind of going through the seasons, going through the motions, and just know that you are not alone.
No.
We're doing this together.
Yeah. And sometimes elevation doesn't come all at one time. I feel like that's something that to note. Like there is different seasons of your life. There's peaks, lows, highs. Sometimes you're just coasting. It's a lot of different things that go on in life, and I think it's important to note the dynamic of success. Like,
Yeah.
especially when you're on this journey of becoming the best version of yourself. There's always something that throws you through the loop. And you just have to know what to do in those seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think something that you mentioned as far as like elevation not really looking the same for everybody.
Yeah.
So, what do you think elevation means to you?
Elevation means me having routines that help me achieve the goal that I'm trying to achieve in that time period. So that's what elevation kind of means to me. Just leveling up, making sure my routines are aligned, and that I'm hitting all of the small goals so that I can hit the big goals and so that I can hit the major goals. You know what I'm saying? Taking it in steps, and just seeing myself in a different space that I didn't really see that I wasn't in before. And leveling up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What about
the name
you?
of the game.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Yeah. I think elevation to me, the purpose of elevation ties into personal growth, right?
Uh,
And I think with personal growth, it involves transformation and transforming into your best self, transforming into your higher self, into that woman that's more aligned with whatever God has for you. And so I definitely think that with that personal growth, with that transformation comes elevation.
100%. I agree.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
my
That's
phone.
my phone.
Oh.
Okay.
I do agree that it does look different in different stages.
Mhm.
So what could you say, like what is this season of your life for you right now?
If I can describe this season of my life, it is kind of getting back on the horse. You know what I mean? I feel like I was in a season of just relaxing, focusing on my health, focusing on my mental health. I've experienced a lot of transition in my life, so I had to, become comfortable with that transition and understand the routines that I need to gain in order to, achieve the things that I still want to achieve. And I'm coming out of a season of rest.
Hmm.
I'm coming out of a season of just relaxing, and I'm getting back on the horse. I feel like I have a lot of big girl goals,
As we should.
and I got a lot of work to do. Like, I do have a lot of work to do, and I feel like I'm getting back on the horse. But I want to acknowledge that I don't think that I need to get everything done at one time.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, I literally had to put my body first and listen to my body, and also just listening to how I feel, and that required me to rest.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I'm rested. I'm getting back into the gym,
Okay.
working out consistently.
It's the best time.
Yes, and I'm eating healthy.
Good.
I'm writing down my goals, and I'm laying a brick every single day.
I love that. And I think that sometimes, well, not sometimes, all the time, rest is part of the journey. It's
Yeah.
part of how you grow. Was it that you felt like you had to rest because you were suffering from some type of burnout, or it just called for you to just say, you know what, I need to just take a step back and gather myself?
Yeah, I definitely think, burnout for sure was the reason for the rest. I feel like burnout, like, when I am on overdrive, it shows up in different ways. Like, I don't have indications where I feel like, "Oh, I'm stressed, I need to calm down," or "I'm stressed, I need to, chill." It shows up in different ways. And so when it shows up, it normally shows up, like, where it's my health and I need to, like, I get sick or I get a cold or something random just happens, or I'm just like, okay, like, I'm normally a healthy person. This doesn't happen to me. I probably need to put my body first. And I hate that it gets to that point for me, but I am working on it. And I'm working on recognizing what my body is saying. Like, just slow down, just chill, just relax, listen to you. If it feels off, pay attention.
Yeah, and I think that's so important because there's actually this book called The Body Keeps the Score, and it's
Mm,
basically saying like your body will tell you when it's time for you to take a beat, or it will just tell you. It always speaks to you with whatever is really going on, whether you are recognizing it or maybe you're just refusing to accept it, your body will keep the score.
100%. And I had to acknowledge that. Now, going back to what elevating means to you, what does it mean or what season are you in right now?
I would say this season is a period of grind in my business, y'all. I swear, I have so much respect for the business owners, for the entrepreneurs, for the people that are doing what they gotta do.
Yeah.
People, I just have so much respect for people that are going after what they want in life.
So how do you know when it's time to leave the things behind and grow to the next levels?
I think it's kind of like what you said when you said like, you tend to get like sick or like
Mhm.
things just don't feel right. I think it's like an uncomfortable feeling. And whether it's a job, so I actually left my job this year. I was working at E Trade from Morgan Stanley for the past 7 years,
Mhm.
and it's started to feel so icky and draining, and I just started to not like my job to the point where, like, I was just calling off and just doing things that I don't usually do, and I realized it was time for a change. It was time for growth. It was time for me to embark on something that was gonna challenge me better, and so this year, I pivoted into tech as a technical business systems analyst,
Love it.
and, it's been challenging, but it's so much more rewarding. I feel so much more, purposeful. And whether my 9 to 5 is not necessarily my dream destination,
Yeah.
I think as I'm going along this journey of success right now, I'm very content in what I do.
Yeah, and growing pushes you to learn more things.
Yeah.
And, like, it pushes you to, challenge yourself.
Yeah.
And when you challenge yourself, you learn more about yourself that you didn't realize that you had before, which I think is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I agree. Like I think it challenges yourself and I needed a challenge. And a lot of what I do correlates to being an entrepreneur. Like a lot of the things, a lot of the organization, a lot of the efficiency, a lot of the productivity things that you need in order to make it as an entrepreneur, it holds true.
And so what I would say, when I how I know it's time to grow or how I know it's time to move on to new things, new, bigger and better, I don't fit in
Hmm.
the spaces that I wasn't before. Like, the old things that I used to do no longer serve me anymore. Like, I don't get the same results anymore.
Yeah.
So, I have to shift. I have to pivot. I have to figure out something new or something different.
Yeah.
And then also we're living in a world where things are changing rapidly, like really fast. So, the same things that you were doing 5 years ago, 2 years ago, even a year ago, it doesn't work for the direction of where we're going now.
Mm.
You have to integrate new technology, you have to integrate, um, new environments and, things are ever changing, so you have to change with the time as well.
Yeah, and that's a really, really important facet that I think people kind of skip over because change is very difficult. Like the process of change and accepting change is not easy. So how do you navigate change? How have you come to accept change?
Yeah, so, honestly, um, that's a good question. I think I the way that I accept you said the question is, how do you accept change?
Yeah.
The way that I accept change is just by, I don't know, like, if I'm not moving forward, then I'm staying in one place.
Yeah.
That's the mindset that I have kind of. I do know that you have to embrace rest, like I mentioned before, and, chill sometimes, but, if you're not changing, you're staying the same. So, I have big goals, so know where I wanna be or I have the direction of where I wanna go, and I haven't reached it yet. Like, I have gotten to places that I've dreamed of, most definitely. I have gone to places where I prayed of, most definitely, but, this is not the destination, and I'm blessed to continue to keep moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. And I love that. I love that you like found the positivity and like you can be able to accept that like you're thankful for everything that you've been able to do thus far, even though you know that you still want more. And I think
Mm.
that's okay. I think for me too, like with change, it's inevitable. Like
It is.
change is inevitable. In order to grow, you're gonna have to change something. And I think um when you're changing and when you're elevating, it's a give and take, like, it's an exchange. Something's gonna have to give.
Yeah,
If you want to receive something new, you have to give up something, you have to sacrifice something.
100%.
And so, what are you willing to sacrifice for this thing? What are you willing to sacrifice for this job? What are you willing to sacrifice for this endeavor that you want to embark on?
Yeah,
For this person that you want to become? You have to grieve your old self.
you do.
Yeah, like I had to mourn that old person, the old relationship, the things that weren't serving me. It does require you to have that sense of like, okay, I know that it's going to require me to give up this, but knowing that you're going to be okay and that it's for the greater good and that in the long run, you're gonna be very happy with your decision as long as you trust yourself.
Mm, agree. So, my next question is, when you know that it's time to move forward, when it's time to level up, what are some routines that you do, or what are some things that you do that kind of stay the same that you use to help you level up? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question. I think maybe my morning routines, like my morning and night routines, it doesn't really change too much.
Yeah.
As long as I'm hitting like my main three, like something mental, something spiritual, something physical is something I always try to make sure I do within the day. So something spiritual being like praying, something mental, if it's like listening to a good podcast that's teaching me something, or journaling, some type of self-care in that way. And then lastly, something physical, going on a walk, going to a workout,
I love that.
stretching, yoga, anything like that. I think as long as I hit those big 3, I'm good.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
that's what feeds me.
Mhm.
How about you?
For me, I always I have to pray. So some kind of similar to what you said, praying, going to the gym consistently, and then making sure that I am like, just laying a brick every day, which means doing something to move the needle forward, whether that's reading a book that's aligned with the goal that requires me to elevate into a new season, or it is learning, like literally just studying that area or arena so that I can make sure that when I do enter it or I do enter that level, that I can be smart and I can be educated and I can speak about it
Yeah.
and that I can actually, have it become a part of me,
Yeah.
depending on what it is. So just make sure I'm educating myself, making sure that I'm staying fit and also mentally fit as well. So making sure it's aligns, making sure it makes sense, and making sure that I'm in the right space
Yeah.
and I'm doing it genuinely.
Yeah, genuinely.
Mm.
And definitely it's not always going to be the same,
Yeah.
but whatever feels right for you in those seasons,
Mhm.
I think that's all that matters. And like you said, being genuine about it. I think growth is like something where it takes, it requires you to stretch a little bit. It's uncomfortable at first. It's like going to a workout class and you haven't been in a long time, and you leave sore the next day. That's kind of how growth is. But sooner or later, you tend to just adjust to it. Your body tends to adjust, your muscles start to muscle, and you start to see the fruits of your labor.
Strength. Yeah. Yeah. You gain strength in
Through
the
growth.
process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I love that. I love that we both recognize what it takes as
Mhm.
some 20 something year olds about to be 30.
About to be that big 30.
Okay.
Mhm. But honestly speaking on that, entering the season of 30, I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm really
I did
excited.
used to not.
I used to like people make getting older a scary thought,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna lie, the late 20s to 30s, I really, really, truly, truly I feel like that's your sexiest era.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just epitome of woman.
Mm.
Like 20s plus, like late 20s plus. Ugh, I just love that version of me, or love the version that I'm becoming, because it's just like you really, really, really turning into the bad bitch that you always dreamed of.
Yeah, you've grown, you're regal, you're just divine. You're feminine, you're
Yeah.
classy, like everything that you've wanted to be, that you knew that deep down was
Yeah.
inside you. It's like it's manifesting. And yeah, we haven't peaked yet. We'll never peak. Ain't no peak. I don't have a peak. I'm always gonna keep going, keep
Right.
elevating. So yeah,
Period. So, speaking on that, you said you're always gonna keep elevating. Now, what is something that you can give to our homegirls and our homeboys when they're not in the season of elevating and they are in a season of just kind of figuring things out? Like, what can we give to them to let them know that things are going to be okay? Like, you will be back in that season of elevating again.
I think Like, what do I do in those moments?
No, what advice you have to give?
Okay, I would say, take it easy on yourself. Do not beat yourself up. And if you have a slow season, you have a slow season. But what I've learned is that those seasons, maybe you may not have accomplished something phenomenal because you were probably going in in the trenches. But I think the lesson that it teaches you about you. And I think
Mhm.
you are the thing that grows. You are the project in a way. Like you're what grows. Essentially is like if you're in the trenches and maybe you wanted to start something, you want to do something, but you didn't really accomplish anything, or maybe you may have failed at it. I think the lesson and the failure is what you became out of that. The lessons that made you become a better person out of that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
agreed.
What about you?
I feel like, in a healthy way, stay in motion. Like, keep moving.
That too.
Yeah, keep moving, stay in motion. If you can't do things at the grand scheme of what you want to do them, do it on a small scheme,
Mhm.
on a small level. Just stay in motion. Don't get too caught up in not moving because things are not working out how you want them to. Just kind of stay in motion. Do it a little. Do it at 10%.
Mhm.
And then grow and do it at 20%. And then do it at 25%. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, stay in motion. Because I feel like while you're in motion, you're going to learn how to really do it at 100%. You're going to learn the obstacles that you will face on this journey that will help you to be better when you're at a higher percentage.
Yeah.
So I feel like stay in motion and then also, hmm, yeah, like you said, don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a voice in our brain that always speaks negatively of us because we've been programmed to, be high functioning. And I'm not saying stay in motion to be high functioning. I'm saying stay in motion so that you can keep the dream alive and active. But, still take care of yourself, take care of your mental health and make sure that, you're not so hard on yourself and that voice that's always saying something negative, shut it up.
Yeah.
Shut it up, basically. Shut it up. Like
Yeah.
you're good. Like you're beautiful, you know who you are. And once you get to that place of embracing your true self and seeing your fruit, all the things that you've been doing come to life, it is a rewarding feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. You hit the nail on the coffin so seamlessly. I think stagnation is something that you want to avoid at all costs if you can. And especially when you said, even if it's just 10%,
Yeah.
you don't have to always be 100% all the time. And I think that's so important to tell everyone because I used to really think that if I'm not doing 100%, then I'm doing an ass job. But like
Mhm.
you just need to do your best. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to do your best.
Yeah.
Doing your best isn't always perfect. Doing your best may be 10%.
Mm.
Doing your best may be 5%. Doing your best may be 100% for that day. Maybe you're feeling it and you're able to give it your all. But the point of the matter is that we're not striving for perfection, but we're striving for consistency.
Yeah. Consistency is the key.
Yeah.
You just gotta be able to be consistent with it. I love that.
And don't rely on motivation because it fades, but rely on discipline. Discipline will take you places motivation can't.
You dropping way you dropping the gems.
Y'all hearing me?
Yeah,
Y'all hearing?
discipline is key. That motivation, yeah, she comes and she goes.
Yeah.
She comes and she goes. She comes at the right moment and she makes you feel invincible. But then she definitely packs her bags and leaves sometimes.
Yeah, especially, us women, we have a 28-day cycle. Like it changes for us depending on the week.
Let's talk about the season of the phases of your cycle. I feel like that's really important. I literally just learned that.
Okay.
So being able to function during different parts of your cycle, I learned that you have to basically base your like routine
Cycle syncing?
off your cycle. Yes,
Yeah,
cycle syncing.
I heard about
I
that.
think that's so important because there'll be some times where I'll have like the most motivation and I want to get the world conquered on that week.
Yeah,
And then the next week comes around and I'm like a turtle.
yeah.
I can't do anything. Like I feel like I can't do anything. So how do you feel? Like how speak on like how you feel during those times and how do you get through that?
I'm like the same way. Like it definitely changes with our cycle, and I think that I try to maneuver the with the way that my body is feeling. So like if I'm, in my luteal whatever phase, I don't know the exact names and as far as how you feel, but like right before your period when you're like PMSing,
Mhm.
my hair is probably not done. I'm probably not going anywhere. I'm probably at home doing what I need to do to
Me
recharge.
too.
But like when I'm back in my motion, whatever phase that is, oh yeah, I'm hitting the Pilates classes. I'm hitting the workouts. I can go running. My hair's done. I can make my content. Like I try to plan myself out according to that as best as I can.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, well, ladies, yeah, to all of our homegirls out there, just be cognizant of your cycle because that does play a part in how you're feeling.
Yeah,
Which
absolutely.
is just so unfortunate, but it's a real thing. So we have to pay attention to that. All right, so now we're getting into one of my favorite segments, hot cocoa questions. And this is actually my favorite. And we're gonna start off a little easy.
Okay.
Okay. Do you prefer having a routine in the morning or having a routine at night? Like what is your strongest routine?
Morning.
Morning routine?
Yeah. I can conquer the most in the morning.
Really?
Yeah. At night is like my routine is not really like I have a routine at night, but it's not as like in the morning. If I don't hit my morning routine, everything else probably just going the wayside.
I can see it. The morning routine is definitely foundational, but I really value my night routine.
Really?
Yeah, I take my vitamins at night and everything.
Oh, okay. So what is your night routine?
I go to the gym because I mean,
At night?
yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, I consider night as like when the sun goes down, and the sun is going down really early, like 6-ish.
It is.
So, go to the gym. I make sure I have a dinner, like a really good meal. I make sure I prepare for the next day. And I also make sure that I take all my vitamins and my supplements and all those things like that. So I feel like it's better at night for me personally because I can keep up with it more.
Yeah.
In the morning, I'm kind of like just running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dash.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I have a hot cocoa question. Rapid question.
Mhm.
Um, name what is one word you would describe the season of your life?
Um,
Think fast, rapid.
ooh, yeah. Uh, how do I describe the season of my life?
One word.
On.
On.
That's it.
Period.
It's on. We're turning it on. It's fast in action. We're here.
Yeah, yeah. I know that's right.
What about you?
I would say growth.
Growth.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Definitely.
Okay, so next question. Hot cocoa question.
Hot cocoa question.
How is oh wait, I'm not gonna talk about that. That's too G rated. I mean 2 R rated.
What's the question?
Girl. I don't know, my mind just goes there sometimes. I don't have another question.
Okay. How who are three people you call on when you are going through it in the trenches?
Well, I'm going through in the trenches. I can't name 3, but I do 3 sections, like 3 segments of my life. Cause I can't do 3.
You gotta do three.
I can't do
It's
3
a
be
rapid hot cocoa
I
question.
can't do 3 because I have a lot of friends and I call on them for different reasons.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm definitely talking to my mom every single day.
Okay.
Okay, every day. And I'm talking to my girls, at least one of them, every single day,
Okay.
for sure. And then I'm also talking to God.
Okay.
I'm talking to God every day, every minute, every second. What about you?
I mean, I can't. Basically that. My mom, number one.
Mhm.
God, also number one. and then my girls.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna call on. Period. Point blank.
And I'm so happy for my girl group because I really have a different girl for every season.
Yeah, me too. I know who to call for
Mhm.
what occasion.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, guys. Again, we appreciate all of our homegirls and homeboys out there tuning into Fur and Cocoa every week.
As you always do, we love you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you check out our Instagram for more content and give us some content ideas. Give us some podcast ideas. What else do you guys want to see us talk about?
And also let us know in the comment section which season you are as far as or what season of growth you're in.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys.
Bye.